everyone. Just a few things before I get started today. This project has given me nothing but lemons, and I've tried to make lemonade to the best of my ability. When I first made the houses of felt and the styrofoam, I glued the felt onto the styrofoam, and by the next day it had all fallen off, and had to go ahead and learn how to use a glue gun and get it all back on there, which took an act of Congress. And then today we had company, and company brought little kids with them. They got into my office. They raided my houses of all the little Legos that I had in there. So, for the last 2 hours, I've rummaged through every single drawer of my house trying to find something else to put in my houses. In the midst of all that, I've had a few panic attacks trying to film this, so I will not be able to do it from memory. I will have to read off a piece of paper, so I do apologize for that. I have my handy dandy paper clip to diffuse some of my nervous energy, so apologize for all that, and thank you. And without further ado, we'll get started. Project. My name is Anna Guzman, and this project is for LO 703 Creative Thinking course under the help and guidance of Professor William J. Haney. Today's November 7, 2016. And welcome to my creators village. As you can see, there's 3 homes on one side, 4 homes on the other. The blue roofs are for the men creators, and the purple are for the ladies. And all these houses are on a creative path where creators can put things on the path and then take away from the path. And then there's also roadblocks that each and everyone has had to encounter and overcome. Some of them were faced with rape, losing a parent at a young age, love issues, you name it. There are all kinds of struggles that they've had to overcome, just like anyone else. So that is what that represents. The first home here we have is that of Marion Milner. I'll tell you a little bit about her, and then we'll visit her home. Milner was born in Kensington, London on February 1st, 1900. Her maiden name was Nina Marion Blackett. She was known for her work as a analyst, psychologist, author, artist. She died in London on May 29, 1998. Her education, she attended University College of London. She obtained a degree in psychology in 1924. Um, in self-analysis, she found herself to be petty, vain, fearful, and angry. There was one incident where the blood vessels in her eye bursted unconsciously. So, due to unconscious anger, so she carried a lot of anger in her. Like Milner, I have had and continue to experience my troubles with painting and coloring. It seems like we both struggle with thinking outside the box in this area. I can relate to experiencing this intense desire to color pictures the same color that they would appear in real life. Recently, when I was working on my happy birthday penguin card for this class, I had to do a sun, but I wanted to do it orange because that is what the Eric Carlisle's sun looked like, was orange, but I really wanted to, it was really hard to paint it orange because I really wanted to do it yellow, but eventually I took a marker to it and colored it orange, but it was originally some yellow tissue paper. Hope that makes sense. Unlike Milner, I am still very much inside my box. She was able to overcome her issues and is now a great painter, or was a great painter. I just have not been able to do so. So that is a work in progress. The butterflies that you see on her door, she used to write a lot. Basic technique is kind of introspection, observing fleeting thoughts. She used to refer them as butterfly thoughts, so that is why you see butterflies in there. Today we had kids visit us, and they took my little Legos out of my house, so her house is empty, so I do apologize for that. So we have some colors and some paint references. Second home, David Mackenzie. I'll give you Mr. I'm just going to call him David. I don't think I can pronounce his last name pretty good. David Mackenzie Ogilvy is best known as the father of advertising. He was born in June 23rd, 1911, West Horsley, England. He died in his home in Tofu, France on July 21st, 1999 at the age of 78. He was a renowned advertising executive. He was a genius and an expert in the field of selling a product. He's best known for his book Confessions of an Advertising Man, which has been translated into 14 languages. By using his research knowledge, he was able to transform the world of advertisement. He was always interested in researching consumers on what made them tick. He also understood the art of direct marketing. He introduced creativity and morality into advertisements. He was educated in Fettes College of Edinburgh at the Christ Church, Oxford, although he did not graduate there. The rest of his education took place in Paris in the kitchen of Hotel Majestic. In his role of chef, he learned structure, discipline, and management. Monsignor Pitter was the head of the Hotel Majestic kitchen, and he rolled with an iron fist. He ingrained in David the importance of long and hard work, the importance of always producing your absolute best, and the importance of surrounding himself with competent people. After leaving there, he worked selling stoves and eventually came to the U.S., where he landed a job with George Gallup's Audience Research Institute in New Jersey. He later moved on from that. He had a farm in Pennsylvania. He grew tired of farming, went back to marketing. At the age of 38, to start a new venture. Um, Got back into the marketing field very successfully. David was married 3 times, had one son only. In one word, I would describe David as a go-getter. He was not afraid to start from scratch to reach his goals. He left stable jobs to go and race in search of new ventures. He was a cook, salesman, diplomat, farmer. After all that, he managed to help increase to the 10th biggest advertising agency in the world, his company. I can relate to him because I also started from the bottom. Telemarketing job where they were very, very, very strict. I dreaded that job. It's a Dial America. But it's then a strong foundation, and I learned so much to this day that from there that I continue to use. Unlike David, I am not a risk taker. I am fat and happy, as Mr. Dr. Haney would say, and I like where I'm at. So those are just references of his home, London, Paris, or where he worked at it as a chef. The fruit basket when he had the farm, cooking as a chef, the scaled, um, being accurate, the structure that brought with it. The one bike, he had one son only. On this side, poker table, poker chips, all that indicates risk which he was willing to take. That I am not for me. Next home here in the back, sorry, is Kathy Kate Johnson, and she is still alive. Kate, as she sometimes is known, was born in Independence, Missouri, 1942. She worked as a naturalist, writer, and freelance artist for the past 30, or has worked um, for the past 30 years. She's still alive and doing well. She resides in the Excelsior Springs area since 1969. In addition, she serves as a contributing editor to 2 magazines. She has written and illustrated 34 books and has helped done the same for other authors. She's a member of the Authors Guild. She actively maintains her own Facebook page. Clearly, technology does not faze her. In addition to her Facebook, she sells on eBay, has her own webpage, YouTube channel, and maintains an Etsy shop. In 1980, her own publishing company, Graphics Fine Arts Press. Kate is best known for watercolorist, illustrator of natural history and history subjects, mythic and Celtic inspiration works. Also, her personal favorite, she works in display all the way from private corporate collections to Hallmark cards. She writes and has been featured in at least 13 magazines. Kate is married to Joseph Ruckman, and they have a number of fur babies in her own words. She describes him as my accountant's support team, idea man, proofreader, and my knight. She's obsessed with Celtic myth and history, reenacting pottery, jewelry design, and drawing, painting. It was interesting to see that, just like my creator from last week, she enjoys nature and solitude. The whole solitude thing seems to be a common denominator among a lot of these creators. She is very hands-on and innovative. In 1980, she was looking for a place that she could retreat to work with very little help. She built a 224 square foot cabin outside her home in Excelsior Springs. She reminds me of me in the area of walking. She likes to go out, I guess, and walk and be out in nature. Reminds me of my walks with my mom and how we just sometimes go out to the mountains or find us a hiking trail and what have you and just go hiking. So that's that. Let me take a little tour of the house. Fur baby, that's a dog. She's crafty, so you got painting, writing, utensils, very naturalistic. So I went to town with the tea. The benches remind me of her cabin. More crafting supplies, and on this wall, some additional crafting supplies.